Stream. Go live. There we go. Steve's Jobs. All right. You should be able to see this now.
I can indeed.
Cool. And I should be recording. So hello and welcome everyone. This is Steve's Jobs versus Walk Like an Egyptian. We're actually recording this game after the league, so if you want to not have any spoilers, probably skip this game and come back to it later. But we fucked up the recording the first time around, so we've given it a go. I'm joined by...
Will, the one who runs Steve's Jobs. Hello. A pleasure to be here, of course, because, well, it was quite a doozy. Quite a doozy from what I recall of this one, but a lot that was lost to the annals of time. So it's fascinating to see exactly what happened in this. Oh, now this was... I never kept this going fully, but I had the plan to always get that star player skeleton that you can see at the back there.
Where's he? Oh, this dude. So
Yeah.
I was getting him early as well, because
Yes.
I ended up quite under. And then he took my man of the match for one of the games, and I cracked the shits. I never hired him again.
And you said absolutely not,
Yeah.
absolutely not, for sure. I understand that there might have been a replacement star player further in.
Yeah, once I really struggled to... The Khemri kind of have a very particular build and advantage, and once you complete it, there's not much sort of progression to do apart from leveling up your people. So I actually found my team quite often was under-leveled compared to a lot of other teams. So I end up with SPP for star players quite frequently.
Yeah, it does seem to be quite a good strength of the Khemri that realistically you can be done with skills by about like each person. Anything could have, say, your Tomb Guardians could have one level up, Mighty Blow. Um, you want your Blitzras to be decent at what they can do, and then the rest can kind of just be whatever. And you sit at a pretty low TV at that point.
Yeah, I mean, your people just kind of level up as you go,
Mm.
but it's not like there's a lot of teams where you have a lot of positionals to buy. That was a reroll getting burned very early
That
there.
was classic mummy reroll on turn one for me. That's a pretty consistent thing for me.
Yeah.
Marvelous.
Now, I guess we normally record as we're playing, so this game will
Mm.
go much faster. I'll be surprised if this game's longer than 45
Yeah,
minutes.
we're basically seeing all the decisions that we made happen like instantly, as opposed to spending like 5 minutes of our 3 minute turn deliberating on one single move.
Yeah. How did how many? So Steve's Jobs was your first team, and it was two
Yeah.
leagues ago. How
So
did they
yeah.
go in that league?
So in that league, so season four, I came in at season four. That's when Steve Jobs comes in. I did pretty well for my first league. I was fifth place. I was even points with Oliver with his Weebs and Chads. Um, so and I think I was literally like 2 goals down. And my last game that I could, against Luke, who was also playing the same team, the Undead team, it literally came down to the wire. So it was another really close one. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I think you were playing. Yours was the Amazon team, wasn't it? The illustrious Carl's Calendar Girls, and you
No,
did exceptionally.
that was
That
the
was it.
league before this one, I think.
Oh, sorry.
I'm
So
pretty sure I was
before
playing
this,
Rats in the Machine, which were my underworld team.
the leagues that I've been is season four, season five, and then this one, the
Yeah.
All Stars. And the one that I was in was season four. You were playing your Calendar Girls, the Amazons.
Yeah.
I think you
Um,
were.
I thought I played them in season 5.
Season five. You were no. You did the swap in season five. Remember that was the Khemri, not Norse, Kislev swap.
Oh, it totally was. I forgot about that. Yeah,
That
they were
was
pretty
that
sweet.
was a fun one, and you know, he showed you up. He showed you just how fast Khemri can be with Deathly Quick.
I don't know. I'm more of a fan of this team than I am of Deathly Quick. This is slap. I
This one
originally
was
picked
great.
this team as a meme. This was my second team for the second league. I won the first league with um, Dark Elves,
Hmm.
and I thought I would play the exact opposite of Agility 2, sorry, Agility 4 Elves when I picked this team,
Yeah.
and it
Oh,
turns out I really like them.
so here we go. The attrition begins, starting to knock them out, get them out of
Yeah.
there.
So I guess my approach here is I'm just trying to form a line. I'm trying to use the Tomb Guardians as anchor points, and I'm trying to not let you kind of pass my line.
Yeah, no one pushes forward here, and I can kind of see it like it's that sort of withdrawn or withdrawal offense. Sorry, defense of I'm not going to let you hit me much. You're not going to get much going on me, and you eventually you have to like push resources to even think about getting through. Oh, broken neck, but look at him go.
Yeah. And as I say that a line, I've just. Oh, I see what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to box you in.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see, this is like slow you down kind of mentality going on here.
Because
But
it's
still
really.
making sure to keep you guys, not too vulnerable. Like your skelly bobs, they can get hurt easily.
Yeah. Because I
Uh,
don't have any fancy cage breaking technology. I literally just
yeah.
work on like a general grind and then I just pick apart defenses with the 4 agility 5 players.
Mm.
Not agility, fuck,
It's-
strength 5.
I start to see what I was trying to go for here, which was whatever the fuck I can possibly do. And it does sometimes feel a little bit like brain empty when I look back at this stuff. When I think about it, I do know that I can. It's not quite panic. It's more like, oh, I'm all the way back here. I need to get to the goal line. I've only got 6 more turns to do it, and
Yeah.
I'm just sort of duh. Okay, I don't know why.
I mean,
Every
you're
time.
picking apart at my side. And the thing with Camry is they're so slow that if you do that, it's quite challenging sometimes to redeploy.
Yeah. There we are. Now, what we're being a little careful of like saying too much about other games. Um, was sort of the thought here. So, but I do recall like the development of both our teams. Um, yeah, you start to get some real options that allows you to do this same sort of strategy, but also you still have some versatility, which I thought was really amazing
Yeah,
towards the end of the season.
I'll be a lot less careful about my spoilers because I don't really care that much. But this
That's a
guy
good show.
here,
That's good.
I fucking love. He is great, and I got
Who
him the other
Right is
league,
amazing.
and he's got
Uh, yeah.
it's a little hard to.
So the rare double skulls from you. Uh,
He's got diving tackle, which is really hard to get. And he
mm.
fucking dies pretty early in the season. I'm very upset. I
It,
don't think
it
it's this
it's
game, but
yeah.
I'm pretty confident he dies.
I'm not sure what at what point this happened because like obviously we all want to win at some point, but there reached a very particular point in the season, and I think it may have even been after this game where I was rooting for you so hard, and every time any one of yours people got like if they were badly injured in some way or God forbid if any of them died. I was devastated. I was going, I'm so sad for Connor. There was this really cool piece and da 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 da.
Uh,
Don't know
I,
why. Just got really attached to them.
I mean, I love this team, but and they were for a bit. I feel like I forgot how to play them, so they were quite underdoggy for a lot of the. Well, there's a skull for a lot of
Yeah,
the
there it
the
is.
season, but I don't know. I've won enough, like historically in place enough that I should probably just never be considered the. No one should ever root for me. I should never be
Like
considered it.
it sort of depends on the mood at the time as well. God, I can't, it was against, and I know that I don't know why, but I've got a pretty good knowledge of like other people's games. I did get pretty heavily obsessed into Vitch and watched like as many games as I could. Um, and I remember you were playing against Luke, and things were really just going his way. And there was a very distinct moment. You can hear you and Luke clearly on the mics. And then there's something goes wrong for you again, really good for him. And there's a very distinct, you are not in your chair anymore. It sounds like you've gotten up and you're at a distance, pacing the room, going like, you always get this. So, and it was really, my
That's a
heart
good
just
image
like
to
went,
have.
oh, poor
Oh, look at
guy.
the stat.
Oh, look
This
at
looks
this poor
great.
guy. This was the guy. This
So
was the guy.
this is like this weird thing. Because Khemri have decay, I am
Mm,
like afraid every single time one of these guys is injured because they have double the chance of getting any injury, double the chance of
yeah,
getting a death. It's insane. Like they're so
insanely.
strong but so fragile at the same time.
Where am I going? What the fuck?
Well, I think
Yeah.
you're starting to panic because even though you have managed to knock down both those guardians, I have cornered you in, and
Seems
you're
so. Oh,
realizing
that's
that
not
you need
helping.
to get the fuck out.
And I'm not sure about this, but just looking, I think yes. So I've I've used all my rerolls. I think you've used one
Yeah,
at this point. So that'll be a bit of a theme as well.
because Khemri is so um, I don't know what the right word is, but they're so hard to come back from if you start making mistakes. I'm
Mm.
real careful with the rerolls, and
They
you
are.
just can never be greedy. You only reroll if it will end your turn, and it's really important. Oh,
Oh,
what are we
look at
doing
this
here?
guy, Quentin. Quentin. He is. He's the legend, isn't he? Really,
It's pretty good.
Quentin
It's
is
funny.
amazing.
He was like in it since this team first got made, and he's got like 2 SPP.
Now
Well,
this I didn't quite get. Where was? Oh, is he coming in for a blitz? Is he?
I'm not sure.
Oh, look at that. No, he's. Yeah, no, he is. All right.
That
Interesting.
looks unwise.
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't matter in the end because Agi 2 doesn't mean anything to Connor.
Yeah. The other
That's
thing
just like, that's just a number to him.
Yeah. The other thing I do a lot with the Camry is I just assume they're fine. So like I'm okay, particularly something like that, which is the last bit of the turn. I'm
Mm.
okay if he just trips and falls and hits the ground. Like as long as he doesn't get surfed, I'd rather him be on the ground. So like I quite frequently dodge if my people are against the wall, just because
Yeah.
it's better than getting surfed.
Oh my God.
Mm,
Yeah, typical.
strong.
Typical. Needed a push. Just needed a push. And that's what you get. Which is interesting. I suppose this is again that panic thing because I look at the state of the board and I think there's undead who are just sort of like doing nothing here. So I should have been like this is where I realized some of my like aspects of panic of yeah, this move is important, but there's a bunch of things you can do that are literally zero risk. Like that zombie's just hanging out.
Yeah.
And that's the sort of like little mistakes that I tend to just yeah, let pile up a little bit, I think.
And I think
Later on as the season went on, I started to, yeah, not do any of that shit. Anyway,
now,
sorry, what?
I was just gonna say I think like I've roughly succeeded at my game plan, which was build a line, wait for you to go one direction, collapse around
Mm,
you, stick you on the corner, and then as you've run away, I've just taken the advantage and
yeah.
chased you down.
Oh
Let's see
god.
if
So
someone
this,
can pick up a ball.
yeah, exactly. No, I think you
Oh,
just do,
easy.
honestly. Yeah. Like, I think at this point,
Strong.
not this is less about this game and more about just your team in general, or I should say teams. Uh, if the ball is there to be picked up, I just assume it'll happen.
Better lucky
So,
than good.
yeah. Oh, that guy was what's his name? Like Ali Babbitt or something. He was popping off. He like a Tomb Guardian down. He KO'd a skeleton. He was good. He was really
Do you have? Or
good.
I guess that
Amazing.
was because what did you do? I think you went for it to try
I
pick up
did
the
a going
ball.
for
Would
it.
you have been better off? I mean, obviously hindsight's hindsight, right? But just staying there, not even going for the ball, and just making it almost impossible for me to pick up the ball.
100%. Now the question is, would making it almost impossible mean that it wouldn't happen? Because
Yeah,
my looking there would be like you'll be the underdog that rolls a six there. But you're right, and I think that's another thing I do frequently is sort of like, okay, I have no rerolls. I could fail this. Worst case scenario is I then am not defending it, but I go for it anyway because that's the game. That's the dice rolls. We
yeah, yeah.
like I'll confess, I've watched videos before on like, what's the most ideal way to play? And then I watched those videos and I went, no, nah. Because I can see how the game becomes exceedingly mechanical if you just go for like the best stuff. Oh, putting the boot in already. And he's sent off. This is not much. This is not much of like anything that I don't know what it was with my luck. I had great luck with fouling throughout this entire season.
I'm just looking at chiropractor, thinking back on some of my final games. That man got some serious work done. He
Yeah.
fouled the shit out of some people.
Oh, good show. I love it. Oh, you gotta, haven't you? And everyone, they're ready for that, aren't they? Now is this a regular Skelly Bob?
Look at
It
that.
is.
That's
I
quick.
think you, I think you scored with regular skeletons almost as much as you did like your better players.
I mean, they all have the same agility.
They do have the same agility, but they were just always there. Amazing. So one nil already. We're into the second half, and so this would be the switch, wouldn't it? It'll be your drive.
Hmm. Which means I'll bring on my one guy with sure hands.
Two of my ghouls are out. Oh, one guy comes back. Nice. That's big. That's big. I mean, you having three out already, and what am I down two? But I've got a whole bunch of reserves. I don't remember. Did you typically have a lot of reserves kicking about?
I think I normally have a team of 13, which means I have two reserves. So let's see if that works
Mm,
out. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on the pitch and 3 on the side. Yes, I'm actually one player
yeah.
down. And you've got
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. It's easier if
One,
you
two,
do
three, four, five,
1,
six,
2,
seven, eight,
3,
nine, 10,
4,
11 on
5,
the field.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so you're a player up on me.
Yeah, and I was two down, so yeah, 13. Yep,
So we
yep.
both have. I mean, that's a thing.
Mm.
So you've. I've got one more player than you,
That's
and
it.
you had the star dude. What's this?
Taking out two of my well, that's a necromancer
Oh,
for
okay.
getting a guy back, which would not happen to your team because everyone's got regen. Um, but yeah, I just noticed there with like the ghouls taken out. HR Steve, my ball carrier or predominant ball carrier, he got the first time I played this team, first game, armor down to six. And everyone was telling this is what I mean like about the optimal way to play versus fun way to play.
Yeah,
Everyone's telling me
stuck
you
with
got
it.
to get rid of that. That's a busted guy. He never died, and he never got anything worse than miss next game. Um, and he was frequently on. It wasn't like he was a liability. Like he keeps getting KO'd. People would go for him and overstretch, and that was almost like a little bait, as it were.
Yeah.
So
This
now what have we
is
got?
probably one of my most common defenses is using. You get an extra roll. Is
Mm,
I call it like I don't know. It's like using a box, like having four guys
yeah,
as a square, and then like gives you so much flexibility with how you kind of move.
this is a famous rectangle defense that you've done. And it's pretty popular. It serves you well, as I understand. So, and still being quite conservative. See, this is more like interesting to seeing how people do strategy and such. If I was you, I would be following up because I just love to keep hitting things. Whereas you've got the true like you're being very cautious and clever about it and going, no, I'm not going to give you like more opportunities to hit my guys. And
I
I've
just
seen
think
what you.
I mean, there's 2 points there. One is I don't want to base your Tomb Guardians or whatever they're called, your mummies, because then they just hit
Yeah.
me and it sucks to be me. Um, but also, can we kind of live and die on whether or not you overextend?
Mm,
Like the moment you overextend, you just have no recovery potential.
yeah.
And because you're quite unreliable, like in terms of picking up the ball and doing anything fancy, if you overextend and then just don't actually pick up the ball, it's such a problem.
Yeah.
Like
And
my
me.
one guy who can pick up the ball couldn't even get to the ball, and I didn't want to risk
No.
anyone else because if it just bounces over near you, then I lose the
And
game.
that was the smart thing, isn't it? You try and pick up the ball, you drop it, your turn's immediately over, and The ball that close to the sideline, to the middle, I've got a pretty good chance of getting it.
It's pretty
Um,
wild. Not going too far into like our later game, but this
mm.
is basically exactly what happened in our later game. At one point, you kicked the ball and it landed right on the sideline, didn't it? For me,
Yeah, 100%. There was definitely this scene, not just with our games. Oop.
oh, that was he can do it. Ah, oh, thank
He couldn't
Christ.
dodge. He didn't succeeded the dodge. Sorry, succeeded the going for it, but missed the
That's still
dodge.
like the best place for the ball to go for you.
And this is probably like the sort of bargaining stage of what is it, like the 5 stages of depression or something like that. My bargaining stage of like, if
Grief.
Steve of the month can't do, yeah, of grief. If Steve of the month couldn't do that, then that to me was like, yep, the game has decided that this person wins. It's sort of that kind of idea. That was how it worked in like the later matches. If Steve of the month couldn't pick something off, I was like, yep, it wasn't my time.
That's a
Uh,
far better bounce for me, seeing as it's back on.
Quite good, yeah. And I suppose this is the point where it's like you had to rely on that luck a bit, didn't you? Because it's like, look, I need to get it somewhere because currently it's his.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
This is a very bad open for me.
Yeah,
Because I
only could have been
need.
worse if it was a bliss. A bliss. Oh, you go for
Oh,
it though,
we got it.
and he gets
Easy.
it, and he dodges. Look, if you
Ah,
need any strategies, people, about how to play Camry, just ask Connor here. He knows. Plenty of dodges, picking up the ball. It's basically an agi team.
right, we look like we're starting to get this a little bit under control. Although we've had to commit, and this is what I
Mm,
kind of mean about like it can be quite hard to get yourself out of something. We've had to commit like most of the team to this left flank, which is definitely
yeah.
not what you want to do with Camry, because it's so
No,
hard to unstick yourself now.
now, I'm not sure if this is like, I don't remember my thought process here. Because, like you say, you've got a strategy, so you sort of know what you're doing. I'm not sure what I'm doing here.
Oh, look at
Except
this! You're getting
winning,
lucky. That's what
apparently.
you're doing.
Just fucking winning.
Oh, eat.
Oh, and here it goes. And then. Now, I don't know about you, but I look at that and think that's generally pretty good for me.
It definitely
Like,
is.
I'm faster.
You are.
He
Yeah. Which.
still doesn't make it.
Oh
Oh, no,
no, that's
it's a
because
diving tackle guy.
I used the diving tackle, which is
Oh,
fucking a good
beautiful.
skill. Holy shit.
So good. So good. No one ever sees it coming on Camry.
No.
No one. I understand that in this season you had something of a phrase about the. Oh, was it this season or was it when you had the Kislev Circus?
It was
Basically, you had
Kislev.
a thing which was like, I've got diving tackle. Ooh, another one down. I think he rejects, does he? Let's see.
You
Ah,
never don't
perfect.
regen. Have I fixed the
Yeah,
numbers game yet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
and
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so we're
there
on
he
even on
goes.
numbers.
Yeah, we can make it. We can make it happen. But yeah, I remember you having like a quote or something which was like, "Look, I've got this skill, it's diving tackle, and if you forget about it, I'm going to tell you suck shit." And it was like, "Yep, fair enough."
Yeah, it was like because like diving tackle is an inherently like a gotcha skill. Like
Mm,
so it's
mm.
like I will tell you at the start of the game that these four guys have diving tackle, and it's your job to remember for the rest of the game because I'm not gonna remember, but I'm sure as fuck gonna use it if the prompt comes up.
Yeah.
Four
So
plus.
something of a Christmas miracle here. You failed to pick up the ball,
Yeah,
which is kind of weird because it was a mere 4+ or
it
5.
was. See, look,
Yeah,
unfortunately,
4.
my guy with short hands is all the way over on this line.
Yeah, your shorthands guy notoriously great at picking up the ball.
He slaps. See, the thing with Camry is that sometimes you just spend 4 turns trying to pick up the ball.
Hmm.
Sometimes you just dodge into a tackle zone, pick up the ball, and dodge out. So, swings and roundabouts.
Percent. What are we trying to do here? I guess we're trying to start to. I don't even know when I look at this stuff. I feel like I'm just trying to gum up pieces from being able to support.
And I think that is
Uh,
a good idea because my team is sort of out of position. So I
mm,
can't
mm,
really do much until I start to get my bits back in, pick up the ball, and then I've got to somehow drive up your half.
yeah. I suppose this is now here's probably a question that I'm looking at. You try and go against like you in the first half you scored on my drive. This is your drive. What do you think is stopping you from picking up the ball, chucking it in the middle of the four Tomb Guardians, and then putting stuff around those four Tomb Guardians just to fuck with me, and basically sitting somewhere and going like, right, come and get
I mean,
it.
step one was to stop me from picking up the ball and putting it in the middle for two Guardians. Step one is picking up the ball. That's what's
Yep,
stopping me.
that's a big one.
The other part is that like I just don't think that's a very like I've got nothing against stalling for a victory,
Hmm.
but I'm only up by 1 point, and like surrounding myself by four Tomb Guardians isn't really. It's not like an unbeatable strategy.
Mm.
So it's pretty easy. If I so, and I always still try to push for a point if I can, like
Yeah.
generally. But like, what my dream would be to pick it up and then to swing it around here, where I've kind of got this wall of Tomb Guardians, and then I only really have these three guys to deal with. That's what I would have liked to have started to do.
Yeah.
But obviously, I didn't pick up the ball, and these guys
Now,
just fuck
now
up.
there's prime scoring position, haven't
Yeah,
we? So,
yeah. I'm kind of a bit fucked right now if I
hmm,
can't do something about these goals.
yeah. But you start doing the right moves in my mind to be like, I'm going to start unsticking guys to get make it tricky for you. I'm going to make it difficult,
Yeah.
which is the best you can hope for sometimes. But you've kept your Blitzras in some good positions here to make that happen.
Particularly this guy, his job
Yeah.
is always to hang at the back of the crowd and to keep that diving tackle on the ball. This dude's
Hmm.
job, fucking
This
Amon
guy's
Rand,
done.
is just to beat the shit out of people.
Yeah. Amon Rand says, fuck your dodge. Always, it was about the only skill that I was ever watching out for people, like who has tackle on their team was about the only thing I was ever watching out for with this team.
Yeah.
Uh, and strangely, not always because of the ghouls. The other white, not Steve Mudd, he's like Cthulhu counselor or something like that. He got dodge really early, and I was like, no, he's done. And then when he finally leveled up again and I got him mighty blow, I was just like, wow, what promotion.
I
I
wonder
can
if I've
see.
been pretty cagey on using my rerolls, including
Mm,
not using any on picking up the ball and not using any on the dodge there. I wonder
yeah.
if maybe I should be. I guess I'm thinking if I do manage to get myself out of this, I'm gonna need the rerolls to get that across. See, this is hard.
This is done. Like him out is like, what the fuck? I have no idea why I'm attacking at this
Yeah, this
point
bit
now,
is
by the way.
agree.
Yeah. All right, we get it. We don't
Oh,
pick it up, however. Oh, hang on, yeah, reroll. Sorry, I keep forgetting I get those.
that's it.
Dunzo. Dunzo.
Yeah, I think I forgot just how quick and aggressive the ghouls are. Because that was
And
two moves. You were like above the halfway line. In one move, you went
yeah,
to the ball. In the next move, you picked up the ball and scored.
exactly. Yeah. And I know that I would have scored like because I've definitely gone like I don't want to draw here. I'm always aiming for a win
Yeah.
where I can. So I imagine it would be smart to sort of sit back, try and make you catch up for me, and then score when. But like 3 turns,
No, I
it's
think I
doable.
think this
It's
will go for
doable.
it. You've got 3 turns. You don't have any rerolls. That's a bit harsh.
That's
I got
harsh.
rerolls.
You've got those,
You've given the ball to me.
which worked out for me last time. Let's
Yeah,
not.
it'd be nice if I could actually pick it up this time.
It seems like the path to victory for me is letting you get the ball, be the one on the drive.
Yeah.
And I'm still fielding 11. I think you're back up to 11. One of your KOs has come out of retirement there. So, it's a pretty even game again. But for rectangle, it is powerful.
Yeah. And I think I've got one of them has break tackle. I think I know I'm
Oh,
putting
that's a
front
fair
line.
call,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is that
And
way?
they all have Mighty Blow at this point, right?
Yeah, yeah. They all got mighty blow.
Yeah,
I don't end up
excellent.
using break tackle a lot throughout the season. Maybe I should have used it more.
I I don't see it much, but I also see that maybe you forgot about it, but my mind was that you were using it a bit like diving tackle, was you were being really stealthy about it. Because I remember seeing it once or twice, and it was like the right moment. You didn't use it just to get out of someone's way. You used it because I'm going to get over there, and they're not
Jesus
expecting
Christ,
that,
what
and
a, what
now
a
they
fucking
can't move.
terrible
Look
boss.
at that. Yeah. Well, let's see. I mean, you're already starting. You're already pushing on that. Look, I'm going to get this done in 2 turns. I don't need three.
The league that so Kemri is the team that I took. I think I came. It was either second or like fourth or something like that. I can't remember
Hmm.
exactly. But the game that I end up in like the finals and semi-finals, I break tackle into a cage and just fucking just collapse on whoever the fuck has the ball. It's fantastic. And then I just got unlucky and they like scored anyway. But it was
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
pretty
It
good.
happens. Yeah. Oh, look at him. So, and you took the risks as well, which is wonderful to see. Like you're going for the win as well. You've
Oh yeah.
done two going for it's on your sure hands guy there, just flying up the field. Now, do Kemri get any passing skills?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
The throw rars get passing skills, but
Nice.
why would you want to pass the ball? There's no one can catch the ball. That's the problem.
Oh, you gotta do it.
'Cause no one can get catching skills, and everyone has agility too. So
I
like,
mean, Luke did it. Luke did it. He did gangbusters with it. Mm.
yeah.
That was a fun season. That was a bloody fun season seeing that happen. Oh wait, was it Luke? No, sorry, Oliver. Oliver
Oliver was
was
the
the
one.
one who did the swap with you. Luke did. He did the ogre team.
But Oliver agrees with
They
me
were. They
that
were.
fucking throw
Yeah.
rars suck. The
Mm.
shit. I would rather just a normal skeleton and just give them air show hands.
I imagine that if you could take a third Blitzra, you'd do it in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah, sure.
Oh,
So they have. I mean, for starters, they have movement 6. That's
yeah.
actually talking about people who take injuries in the first game. This thrower took an injury in the first game, fucking lost the movement, and I kept him the
Yep.
the whole league.
Oh, here we
Oh,
go.
this looks
Oh,
bad.
look at it. It's anyone's game. Far out. I'm not so sure about that one. Looking back at that, I would say probably ghoul over to where your guys can start pushing through for a score, just to really gum that up, that possibility. Uh, so I'm not
This
sure
is
what I was
bad.
thinking there. Maybe I didn't want you to reinforce where I've started to push.
This I don't know what I'm doing
Oh,
with that
hello.
thrower.
Who's this?
He just moved
Oh,
there.
why did you run out of rerolls at this point? No, you've used. Oh, you what?
I
I
wonder if
genuinely missed where you used a reroll. Huh.
did he try
Oh well.
dodge that Tomb Guardian?
Yeah, he tried
Oh, that's right.
dodging,
He
but
used tried
and
to use
he
the break tackle
great
that we were just
tackle,
talking about, and it
but he
failed.
rolled a one, so not happening. Yeah. All right. All right. I think this is where it happened. Yeah, here we go. This is it, right?
Get slapped on.
Gets done. Goes right where we want it. We pick it up and we start. And I bet I'm going for it here.
No.
I don't. Genuinely surprised.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Can? Oh, hang on. It's turn 15.
Yeah, this is
Can?
your second last turn, and you got no
Yeah.
rerolls.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, yeah. So double going for it, it can happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I assume that you figure out, basically, and go, well, if anything, we've got to stop that. Oh, look at it go. Nice.
All right. My God.
Oh.
Give me a fucking. Down we go.
And that's and I'd say that's the dream gone, but it's not. It's an outlier, but that ghoul,
1, 2,
he could still do it because he's got 7 move and he
no,
and 2 going for it.
I
Oh,
don't think
hang
so.
on, 1, 2. No, he has to go sideways once.
Yeah.
Far out.
I looks
So
like
I
I
think
marked the
that's it
ball
for
anyway.
me, right? Looks like it. Yeah, looks like that's it for me at least, but it's not over for you.
It looks pretty open for me. There's definitely no way I can fucking score this
Mm,
turn.
yeah, no. Dunzo. Oh,
Tutankhamun gets injured.
surely not. Surely not. Long term, badly hurt.
He's fine.
Regens, legend. Turn over, and then what? Now, surely out of respect, I don't try and hurt you. We just say,
I mean, it's
like,
not.
I can't.
He could move
Is it
here, pick
over?
up the ball, throw it to this ghoul, and then the ghoul can just do a straight
Yeah,
beeline.
it could happen. It's not impossible. Question is, do I do it?
Yeah. Do you see it?
Do I see it?
Oh,
Oh,
Amon Rand being injured. Not good.
he's badly hurt. He can hold that one
So,
off at least. Bit scary though, but he didn't regen. Like you don't want to see a fucking
I
weakling or
failed
something
so
come
many
up.
fucking regens this season.
Mm. Well, I haven't blitzed, so I think that's the end of that, isn't it?
Yeah. So I guess you. It was pretty low odds, but you did have an out there that you didn't see and didn't go for.
Yeah, didn't go for it. Possibly aiming just for SPP at that point, which I did get. So,
Yeah.
hey, nice
So
done.
this
So
is
look at that.
game one of the um, what do they call it? All Stars League.
All stars.
Steve's Jobs versus Walk Like an Egyptian ends in a 1-1 draw. Um, keep an eye out for these two teams. I think they're going places.
Certainly are.
What else? Statistics? Anything
And
interesting?
I think, if I recall correctly, these are the two teams that are going for best undead team.
Uh, I
Just
think
two. Only two.
I think you recall incorrectly.
Just two of them. I think just two.
All right. Well, I will stop recording. So
No worries. Thanks
goodbye,
everyone
our
for
massive
watching.
YouTube audience. Thanks for watching.
Mail in your comments if you have anything to say.
Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all the rest of the
Nice.
jazz. All right. Bye.